Namaste yogis and welcome back to my channel. My name is Matt and today we're going to dive into a 30-minute Yin Yoga class using a bolster. I really like to use the bolster. It's one of my favorite tools, especially in Yin Yoga. It allows you to find some stability and to just be able to hold steadiness within different postures. So it's really great. If you don't have a bolster, maybe a body pillow can do the job for today. Or there's a link in the video description on where to go on Amazon to just buy one. So I would encourage you guys to get a bolster. If you don't have one, it'll really be practical for your yoga journey. So let's dive right away into supported fish. So we're just going to place the bolster on the right side of your body. We're going to turn away, placing the base of our spine at the bottom of the bolster. And we're going to take one big inhale here. Exhale, we're going to lower ourselves down onto the bolster, bringing the sole of our feet together. We're just going to allow our knees to fall back to the side. And then we're going to bring the back of our hands on the floor, just allowing your shoulders to hang on both sides of the bolster here. So this is a really good position to open up your chest area. Feels good for the groin as well. It's a great way to start the class and just focus on your breath. Slowing down the pace of time. And for today's class, I would like you to focus on finding one little thing every day that you can do that brings you happiness. We all have various things that makes us happy on a huge or smaller scale. And just being able to do that more and more every day, just incorporating one thing per day to make you happier, will go a long way. For instance, for myself, something super simple as a coffee in the morning makes me really happy. A hug from my daughter with her little precious smile makes me really happy. So I would just encourage you to focus on finding one thing per day that you can do that brings you joy and happiness. And if you want to open up the chest, I'm going to invite you to bring your arms above your head and then 90-degree angle. You can just allow them to fall down on each side. You might be able to touch the floor if you're super flexible, but I do have a lot of tightness in my chest area from working out a lot, so my hands will just be dangling in emptiness here. But I do feel a nice, beautiful stretch in my pectoral muscles, so if you want to explore that, by all means you guys can do that, or you can just bring your hands all the way up above your head, stretching up the spine. So I'm gonna leave you guys to explore those options if you wish to. So from here, I'm going to invite you to close your knees very slowly. You can extend your legs in front of you. We're just going to push ourselves up to the seated position, away from the bolster. And then from here, we're going to go into twisted deer pose, which feels really amazing for the spine. It's a great movement, and using the bolster feels even much better. So we're just going to roll onto our right hip, and we're going to make a 90-degree angle with the right leg here, bringing the left leg into a 90-degree angle towards the back, and the bolster should land on the right side of your hip right here. So with the hands on the floor, we're going to take one big inhale here. Exhale, we're going to turn facing the bolster, keeping our hips exactly where they are, trying to align the center of our spine with the bolster. And then from here, another big inhale. Exhale, we're going to lower ourselves down onto the bolster and then hugging it from both sides, finding some stillness within the posture. So this is quite intense. You might feel a lot of tightness and resistance in the twist or in your spine. That is totally normal, so I'm just going to invite you to focus on your breath, trying to send that breath down towards your spine to loosen up all that tightness with every exhale, making you fall softer into the posture. So let's just do that together very calmly. So the more you can bring the center of your body in line with the bolster, the deeper the twist you're going to experiment and the release you will get from this position. So try to work your way into being totally in line with the bolster for maximum results here. And on your next exhale, I'm going to invite you to push through your hands on the floor, walking them back as you raise your upper torso up and then untwist the spine very slowly. Slowly make my way to the other side, and I'm going to flip the bolster. You don't need to do that, it's just so that I can face you guys throughout this video. So we're going to bring the bolster to the left side of the hip. 90-degree angle with the left leg, and then 90-degree angle with the right leg, hands on the floor. So move this here. So we're going to take one big inhale here. Exhale, we're going to turn into the twist, facing the bolster, hands on the floor here. Big inhale again. Exhale, lowering ourselves down. And then just finding stillness here. Closing your eyes, allowing your spine to unwind and stretch. And that bringing back your focus to the small or big things that brings you a lot of joy in your life that you can do every day. For instance, doing a Yin Yoga class for me is a moment of joy. Allows me to really take a step back from my busy life and take some time for myself to relax, unwind, stretch, and feel much better. So on your next exhale, once again you can push through your hands on the floor, walking them back, raising your upper torso, and then just turning away from the bolster, coming down to the seated position here. So that should feel amazing already. You should feel much better throughout the openness that this creates for your body. And then we're just going to place the bolster aside here, we're gonna turn, being in line with our yoga mat, and we're just gonna lower ourselves down onto our backs here. So from here, what we're gonna do, we're gonna go into supported bridge. So on your next exhale, we're gonna lift our hips up. We're gonna bring the bolster at the base of our spine, and then extend our legs in front of us. So this is not super intense, but it's great to just open up the front of our hip flexors. So just take a few minutes here to enjoy how this feels. Just become completely still within the posture. And from here, I'm going to invite you to bring the left leg into a 90-degree angle like this, with your foot firmly planted on the floor. The right leg's going to come up, and then we're going to bring the ankle just underneath the left knee here, allowing the right knee to open up as we make it fall to the right here. And this will create an opening. We're going to go into reclined pigeon pose. So with the bolster at the base of your spine, taking one big inhale. On the exhale, we're going to bring the left knee towards our chest, and then we're just going to hug it through, putting some pressure at the front of that left knee and pulling it towards the chest with your head firmly planted onto the floor. So you should feel a nice deep stretch on the right glute. And just find some stillness here, reconnecting with your breath. Can increase the sensation and stretch you are feeling by pulling harder on the left knee. So I'm going to let you just do that on your own time, creating that space within your connective tissues. And we can slowly bring the left leg down onto the floor and crossing the right leg. I'm going to invite you to bring that right leg down on the floor as well, 90-degree angle. Going to raise the left leg now, bringing that left ankle just underneath the right knee, and then allowing the left knee to open up towards the left side. So with the opening we created in between our legs here, one big inhale, exhale, driving our hands through, grabbing the front of the right knee, and then pulling the right knee towards the chest into reclined pigeon pose here. Feeling again that deep stretch into the left glute. Enjoying the amazing feeling that this provides. And the calming effect that Yin Yoga brings into your life. So we can slowly release that left leg, bring the right leg down, uncrossing our legs, and with our feet firmly planted on the floor, we're just going to raise our hips up, and I'm going to invite you to toss the bolster aside. We won't be needing it anymore. So if you want to pause this video, what we're going to do is we're going to set ourselves up at the base of a wall. So if you can find a wall in your house where you can bring your hips to the side of the wall like I'm doing right now. And then we're just going to turn ourselves up towards the wall, legs up. And we're just going to allow our legs to open up on both sides like this. You can place your hands on your belly, reconnecting with your breath. This is really good to open up the inside of your legs, but also to bring the blood that might be stagnant into your veins of your legs. They're back to your heart, back to your lungs, getting some fresh oxygen and moving everything around. This is really good to do. One of the most restful restorative position you can do is having your legs up a wall. So let's do that together. So very slowly on your own time, you can close your legs here and then come all the way down on your yoga mat into Savasana, which will be our final position for today. So just lie down completely still, extending your legs in front of you, back of your hands on the floor. Taking some deep breath and just kind of like bringing your focus to your whole body, noticing all the openness that you created with today's practice. When you pay attention, it's amazing to see how the flow of energy, you kind of even can feel the energy moving better through your body if you pay close attention. So this is the magic of Yin Yoga. The beautiful aftermath effect of a class. So thanks for sharing your time and space with me today. Let's just relax here. So if you want, you can stay lying down in Savasana for as long as you want, or come down to the seated position with me. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's class with myself, Matt, as your teacher. If you guys like what I'm doing, I'm in the early stages of creating my membership community. So if you have $20 to spare per month, if you go on yinyogawithmatt.com, which is the website I created, you can go to the membership section and subscribe. This is a great way to support me as a teacher, to help my growth, and to create a bigger, better Yin Yoga community. It gives you access to exclusive classes that are not accessible on YouTube, and most of them are from a longer time frame. So if you really like longer Yin Yoga classes, this is where I will pour my heart and soul into making those longer classes. It's a great way to support my teaching, but it supports as well Mila Rose and Jody and my little family with all the stresses that life can bring us. So thank you so much for that, and I appreciate you sharing your time with me today on the yoga mat. I love you guys, and I wish you a beautiful day. Hands at the heart, big inhale, exhale, namaste. I'll see you on the next class. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye guys.